Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hoping you're doing well. I'm doing great. It's Teshua Jogona here, and I welcome you back to this channel. If you're here and still following up and checking up on me and checking up on the channel, thank you so much. I do not take you for granted. And if you're new here and this is the content you would like to see or follow, please do consider subscribing, share, and comment down below, because that's the only way we can communicate, by commenting down below. Subscribing, it's to support the channel. Remember, you do not pay by subscribing. It's right down below. It's just pressing one press and it goes grace, and that will be supporting the channel. Without further ado, today we are going to discuss one thing I would say I've seen. Sometimes I do see it on social media or everywhere, or sometimes most times I've had, I do not have friends. Sometimes I've seen, is it normal to be alone, or is it normal not to have friends, and so on and so forth. And I would say from experience, from what I've heard from people, sometimes it is very normal to be in that part of life that you are alone, and it's very important sometimes to be on that part so that you can find yourself. Because in life sometimes you will tend to forget about you, and if you're surrounded by people, you will tend to do what people are doing rather than being you. So being alone, sometimes it is healthy and it is important, so that you can find the inner you can find what you like, because let's say if we are going somewhere and I take, by the way, something funny is, the answer that comes first in your mind, or something that you see first and you like, most likely those are the real things. Yeah, so most likely the first answer you think is right is the right one. Yeah, the first thing you see and you say, oh, I like that shoe, or I like that is you, that is what you like. So if I had someone else and I like the blue or green or purple dress, and the person likes black, the person will say, oh, but black would have been better. So the person has already influenced your thinking. Yeah, so you had what you were thinking, but because the person has said that, it will be easier for you to you'll be in the middle, you get influenced. Your decision will be influenced on whether to take the purple dress or whether to go for a black dress. You understand? So you might go for black because the person has said black is better. Yeah, which doesn't mean that we shouldn't take people's opinion, or we shouldn't listen, or blah blah blah. But sometimes that might not be you, because your favorite color probably is blue, or pink, or purple. Anyway, that was just an example. So is it okay not to feel like you don't have friends, or is it okay to be a loner? Yes, it's okay to be a loner, because one thing you have to know, relationship, you cultivate, you put fertilizer on them, you do everything on them. Relationship are difficult. So if the relationships don't work, then chances are you will feel hurt. You will feel like someone has really turned on you. You will feel anger, frustration, and because of the experience, you might end up mistrusting people in the future. So sometimes it's just okay to be you. I'm not saying be alone. No man is an island, but sometimes it's just okay to be you. It's okay for you to be alone, to find your relationship with God. Be close to God so that God can bring in the right people in your life. Yeah. So sometimes you go through something of loneliness, or you feel alone, so that God can come closer. So it's right. It's okay. And sometimes it's that time of yours has come, that God want to show himself, want to manifest in you, want to fulfill what you are. So you have to go through that. You have to go through that loneliness. Again, like I said, to cultivate on relationship is very expensive. Very, very expensive. Are you cultivating on relationship, on the right relationships? That's another thing. Because you might be giving too much and getting less, and that might harm you. What would you rather have? Would you rather get all your energy, have all your energy to do things that are positive for you, like achieve your dreams, achieve your goals, be happy with yourself? Let me tell you, be happy with you. Be happy with people, but let your party alone be big than when you're all of you. Learn to be happy, just you. Because when it comes to that point that you're alone, then you will know how to tackle it. Yeah. Remember, the energy you have, you can do so many things than being in wrong friendship or being in wrong relationships. Yeah. Another thing is be open. You know what? Women friendship are very difficult. Yeah. Be open to have friendship with men. You can be a woman or a man and your best friend is an opposite sex. Yeah. And you are able to speak, you are able to speak without having to sieve the words that you're using. You can express them yourself to them because you are sure that they've got your back. Yeah. Which it's another option. You have to judge yourself. Who are you? Because you might find because of where you come from, you are able to have good relationship more with the opposite sex than the same sex. If you're a woman, because for example, I'm born in a family of 4 with 3 brothers. So for me, I'll find it's more safer to even speak to the opposite gender than speaking to ladies or sisters, because yeah, sisters can be difficult. But again, remember, no man is an island. So if you come across a relationship or a friendship that you feel that friendship is important, please do treasure it, but pray for God to bring the right people, so that when you're treasuring that friendship, then it's a friendship to fight for. It's a friendship to worth your energy. But remember, the main topic of this of today was, is it okay to be a loner? Do you sometimes go through that? Yes, it's okay, and you go through it, and you know what, it comes to a point again, you find new people, you create relationships and or friendship. So it's just seasonal. So make sure that your company beats the company of everyone else, so that when that time comes, then you are able to tackle it. Another thing I would like to say is, back in school, back when you are young and you hear, oh, so and so is my best friend, oh, so and so fell out with me, oh, now at the moment I don't have a friend, or those things used to hit you hard when you are little. But let me tell you something, the older you get, the less you care about friends or having friends. Yeah. I don't know what happens, because you have so much responsibilities to even start having or creating friendship. And that's where it's important that if you have a friendship that the friendship that is worth having, then keep it. Because you don't want to be starting a relationship or friendship, it falls out, then so if it's there, it's worth keeping it. But just know, the older you get, the less you have the time for. The less time you have for creating friendship. So and also remember, bad morals corrupt good morals. Yeah. Bad company corrupts good morals. And it is what it is. So if you're living a certain way of life, you might find that sometimes the people you come across are the opposite of you, and man, you will not be able to keep them. Yeah, because you are opposite of them. You have nothing in common. So unless you fall into whatever they are doing, then you will find that they might pull themselves out of you, and it is what it is. You are, sometimes it doesn't work. You are not their type. And what would you rather do? You'd rather keep your morals than corrupt them to suit bad morals. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that you shouldn't mingle with everyone, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's a topic that we are discussing. So I thought we should discuss about that. And if you're there, if you're feeling lonely, if you're thinking, oh, I've never had a best friend, someone I can call a best friend, it is okay. It is okay. But if you feel that it's coming out of hand, if you feel that you need to see someone, you'd rather go and see a specialist. Go see a psychiatrist, psychology, all those. Go see someone so that you are able to know, because sometimes it's where we were brought up, how we were brought up. Sometimes we are not able to keep relationship or friendship, and sometimes it's just that we've gone through things that we are not able to trust people, and that's where we always find ourselves alone. And again, sometimes we are just not alone. We have friends, but because we do not want to bring them closer, we feel that we are alone. Again, the most important thing is to remember God loves you. You are not alone. And if you're going that phase of feeling alone, just remember it's probably a way of getting closer to God so that He can bring the right people to you, so that He can fulfill your purpose on this world. So, guys, hoping we've learned something today. Let me down below. Do you have, how is your friendship? How do you trust friendship? Do you believe in friendship? And how is the going? And how is your relationship with God? Until next time, take care.